Welcome into the Jam Happy Hour. Hope you're having a beautiful evening, ready for some wine, some music, some conversation. It is great to be back with you. My name is Jana. Tonight we are going to be joined by a trio known as Phoneboy. They're popping in from the beautiful state of New Jersey. Cheers.
Yo, what's up?
Cheers.
What's up?
The Garden
Hello,
State.
and cheers. How's it going, you guys?
Going awesome.
Doing really well.
How are you enjoying our lovely wine?
Oh, it's really good. It is really good. Yeah.
I still don't know what it means to have legs or not have legs, but like,
But it's got legs.
It's got legs. Yeah,
It's got
not good.
legs.
It's got legs.
ZZ Top would be proud. As we make musical references. This is an hour where for some it's to get to know you a little bit better. For some it's your fans getting to know us a little bit better. But ultimately it's just an hour of vibing out and enjoying some music and maybe enjoying some wine along the way too. So we're so thrilled to have you here in the Jam Happy Hour. And I have learned that I am a talker. I've learned that you're a talker through Soundcheck. So let's just go ahead and jump right in. What is our first song this evening? Let's set the tone for Phoneboy here in the Jam Happy Hour. What would you like to start with?
We're gonna.
You want to do it?
No,
Yeah,
you got it.
All right. Well, this first song
We're gonna do
Okay.
a song we wrote a while ago.
I already love you guys.
It's called 1987.
Excellent. 1987 here in the Jam Happy Hour. You guys enjoy.
I heard missing turns and your favorite 3 words. I'm not too gone, the TV's on until I learn the simple way to pretend that we're in 1987. Throw it into fruits, cause you're so tempting. Paint me a picture of you. Paint me a picture of you. I heard you're someone else, falling off the top shelf. I'm here for you, be here for me until I learn that cigarettes like to burn down to the filter when you're sleeping, waking up in pieces every weekend. Oh, I just want your lips to taste. I just want my lips to taste like you. Paint me a picture of you. Paint me a picture of you. Paint me a picture of you.
I love it. That is the way that you set the tone there because the beauty of music is you hear a lot of different influences and you hear a lot of different sounds. And obviously, where you guys are coming from and musically, what you came through and what I'm coming through, I came up with the most obscure reference. And you're probably going to be like, this girl's nuts. But I heard a little Dinosaur Jr. in that.
Honestly, Dinosaur Jr. is really sick. But
Cool band.
the thing is, I feel like I only started listening to some of them in the last
Oh, funny.
year or two. I got
Right.
on late, really late. but
But it's similar. It's like the same kind of like, yeah, it's angsty and it's things, but it's like vibes and it's happy and like you like if it's a great thing. 1987. Thank you so
if
much.
we can quote you those
Yeah,
last
the
four
angsty and
it's angsty and it's things, but it's vibes
But
and it's happy.
And it's happy.
That's true.
That's
It's
perfect.
angsty. Yeah, that is-
Thank
Yeah.
God.
Yo,
we
let's
figured
change
it out.
our
Thank
bio
you.
right
Shout
now.
out. Yeah.
All right, it's a deal. It's a T-shirt. We'll make it for sure. I think the name Phone Boy. For somebody who orates for a living, I have to tell you, it's a very tricky word to say. Do you ever find yourselves kind of stumbling over a little bit, or you're so practiced with it now?
I think we get misheard a lot.
We get misheard.
Yeah, like
What do they think they're hearing?
like foam,
Foam.
Yes.
yeah, foam boy.
Phone boy.
So like if we're in like a loud place and someone's like, "What's the name of your band?" I'll just be like, "Phone boy, phone boy."
Boy.
Yeah.
You do the boy thing.
Yeah.
Where did the name come from?
So me and Win met in college.
Where'd you guys go to school?
Stevens Institute of Technology. It's a really small
Where is
school.
that?
It's in Hoboken, New Jersey.
Okay. So you stay kind of close to home.
Yeah. Well, for me,
For Ricky.
they're from California, so they flew over.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I've known each other since we've just grown up and everything.
Yeah.
But
But yeah, me and Win met in freshman year of college, and we started jamming together, and we're like, oh
Making
wow,
songs.
we're making songs,
Hanging
it's
out.
cool, we're hanging out in his dorm room and stuff.
Musical therapy.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes I would be for some reason I have a tendency sometimes to just completely zone out, like in the middle of a conversation, in the middle of anything, and especially then I would be zoning out by just going on my phone, just being like, just scrolling
The
through.
doom
not saying
scrolling we've all done for the last
Yeah,
10
the
years.
doom scrolling.
Exactly.
Yeah. And one day Win was just like, "Get off your phone, you phone boy."
and then everyone else in the room was like, "Yeah, get off your phone, you phone boy." Gave him a little shame for a bit.
Yeah.
But then we started using phone boy. Yeah, exactly.
use it as like common vernacular between us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think for all the parents watching, they're now going to call their kids that. So
Yes.
Yes.
Yo,
it's
shout
a
out.
thing. It is a thing. Unfortunately, we do get sucked into our tech, and we get sucked into, and whether it's that the ADD like instant gratification thing that's going on, or if you're like really like going down the rabbit hole and trying to learn things and whatnot. I think it really. I mean, obviously, it's something that we all struggle with for sure. But one thing that will always pull you out of it is music.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're like writing our quotes for us. Like, this is fantastic.
That's funny.
I only charge in wine here in the Jam Happy Hour. So thank you so much again for jumping in with us. And I know we talked a little bit about, sounds and before, like kind of like what I heard a little bit, but like what were some of the musical influences that you guys grew up listening to? And do you think it bleeds into what you do?
Yeah, I think so.
100%. Yeah.
Blink 182.
Yeah.
For us.
We all definitely connected on that. And the
You
Strokes.
look like Blink 182.
Thank you. Who's
Wait,
who?
yeah,
I don't
who's
know.
who?
If you
Yeah.
could- if you
It
could-
must be that. I mean,
Okay, fair enough, fair enough.
Nah, it's good enough though. That's awesome.
Who else? You said the
Yeah, the
Strokes.
Strokes are huge.
uh,
Yeah, love them. Like Remo Drive, which is like a more low key, like, but kind of infamous.
Midwest emo band. They're
Yeah,
not.
listen to a lot of, like,
super
emo
big.
music.
Yeah.
But we all listen to all sorts of music too, like a lot of electronic music, a lot of hip hop. I feel like growing up, especially when like Spotify became sort of a thing when we were in like high school, it just made it so easy to check out everything. Like
Everything.
different sort of music. So we really benefited from that, I'd say.
Yeah, the cool thing about like tech and like doing music like this now is that someone's going to share a playlist with you that's going to have artists on it that you've never heard of, and then all of a sudden you're going to be turned on to something so random, and then that also in turn works great for Phoneboy because somebody's going to be listening to you and they're going to share their playlist, and all of a sudden, like, do you follow the streams? Are you paying attention to the numbers? Are you at that point yet where you're making yourself nuts? Or are you just enjoying it?
Oh, we've definitely been making ourselves nuts since day one. Like the first day we released the song, we were checking stream numbers. Like me personally, I guess. I have a weird thing with numbers.
You do have a weird thing with numbers.
Yeah, I like
But-
graphs and little Excel sheets and stuff.
Ricky and I majored in like math and that sort of stuff.
Oh,
in
okay.
college, so we were very like number oriented folks, I'd say.
Yeah,
And I've been
Pretty much.
counting since I was young. I'm
Yeah.
super into numbers.
Addition
too.
and such.
Subtraction.
He's kind of a pro.
it's kind of funny. Like in like our early days when we had like 1 or 2 songs out, I would try to predict like how much money we make in royalties over a month. I'm like,
Yeah.
if we go at this rate,
We
and
can-
then
yeah.
we're gonna make this much money.
We'll
That's
be
so
able to
cool.
afford to record a new song in 4.5 weeks.
Yeah.
You know, there's nothing wrong with math. And you know what? Math and music go hand in hand for sure. Some people see it that way. Some people hear it that way. Some people just kind of experience the whole thing that way. And speaking of experiencing the music, I would love to jump in on our second song of the evening. What would you guys like to play for us next?
Wait,
After a sip of
first-
wine.
First, I think my phone's vibrating. I don't know if you guys.
Yeah,
it's
actually
annoying
weird.
me.
Yeah, you
One
gotta put
sec.
it somewhere
Is
else.
your
put
mom
on-
calling you?
Maybe.
Well, my phone's out of battery. Actually, she might be. She does call me.
Oh,
a
is it
lot.
mine that's charging?
You know
No,
what?
yours is outside.
Well, it's okay.
Well, you're living up to your
We'll be
name,
fine.
phone
We'll be
boy.
Yeah, I was just. So this next one, we've never played this in front of people.
Yeah,
Ooh.
we released it
I'm
about
intrigued.
2 days ago. We got to tune down for it.
I honestly forgot the chords until like today.
This
It's
is setting up great.
it's one of those things. We were in the studio for like 2 months at the beginning of last year, and now we remember the songs because we really go for it. Do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The song's called Ferrari.
Love it.
Cool. All right. All I ever wanted was a new Ferrari. Crash the car, never say I'm sorry. I just wanna make a couple 100,000. Put all my friends in one big house and party like we're never gonna see tomorrow. And honestly, I'm hoping that I see tomorrow. Now, and I never ever wanna be, never wanna be, never wanna be famous. Wanna be, wanna be. I never ever wanna be, never wanna be, never wanna be famous. Wanna be, wanna be. All I ever wanted was to be a part in the TV show that you think you star in. All I ever wanted was a Maserati, carpool karaoke with Illuminati, hunting down by the paparazzi, front page magazine because it had an entourage in a limousine, burn out friends in an SUV. And I never ever wanna be, never wanna be, never wanna be famous. Wanna be, wanna be. I never ever wanna be, never wanna be, never wanna be famous. Wanna be, wanna be. Never had an intervention, but just know I'm never coming home. And did I forget to mention, when you call, I'm wasting my time, standing in line, waiting for mine. I'm losing my mind, I'm losing my mind, wasting my time, standing in line, waiting for mine. I'm losing my mind, no, and I never ever wanna be, never wanna be, never wanna be famous, wanna be, wanna be. I never ever wanna be, never wanna be, never wanna be famous, wanna be, wanna be.
Well, that's an interesting dichotomy.
Yeah, what from the first
The chorus.
Well, you wanna have Ferraris, but you don't want to be famous. Because you know whatever happens when you drive down the street in a Ferrari. Usually, it's like the yellow or the lime green ones. Like, of course, everybody's looking at you. Like, who's that guy? You know, it's like you become famous just by driving a Ferrari
Right.
True.
in some weird suburban kind of way.
No, definitely.
Yeah, that's true. Like
Have
in the
any of you
suburbs.
ever driven a Ferrari?
Heck no.
Heck no.
No.
Did you hear the song? That's all I ever wanted.
It's overrated. It's okay. It's fine.
Have you?
I have
What?
dangerously.
Really?
It's a lot of fun. But I'm a muscle car girl. So the problem is I have a 1970 Chevelle that is it's a 392. It's a muscle car. It wants to go, but it lets you know it wants to go. When you drive like a Ferrari, it's so fine tuned and it's so like engineered. Like if you blow on the gas pedal, you're suddenly doing 100, and it's a very interesting thing. So I highly recommend it. After the first platinum album or two.
Yeah.
The celebratory Ferrari party at my house. I'll rent them. We'll have a great time.
Well,
Okay.
We'll just bring
We'll
all
all
of
do
ours.
that, yeah.
It'll be fun.
Nice. I
Sure.
like that. What is it about the Ferrari that is like that kind of sad? Are you guys into cars too, or is it just like that's the thing that you think you're supposed to like? Is that a pinnacle kind of a thing?
It's more like the latter. Yeah. Like more of like what you expect, like, successful people to have and stuff. And
When you have more money than sense.
You said something like that.
yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, because it's sort of like, like the dreams that you had when you were a kid, like, because
Yeah.
when you're a kid, your aspirations are very outlandish sometimes.
Okay,
And
let me
just
ask you this then. As a kid, did you ever think you would be hanging out with like some of your best friends, making music, getting, known and recognized, obviously, in town, but around the world, and now it begins to spread and spread and spread. Like, did you ever picture this? Or did you project forward to where you are now?
You can go first.
I don't know. It was like kind of the plan.
I mean, to just like do music.
To
For
do-
you, for sure. You like were working on music.
I never knew that it would actually like happen,
Right?
but it was totally like what I was going for.
Like it was.
It was absolutely the dream. I remember like when I was like in like 9th grade, I would just go on like Craigslist and look up
Mhm.
cargo vans that you could like turn into like a touring van. And I was like, like 14. And
I didn't know that.
yeah, dude.
Aw.
Yeah.
That's really cool. You really were projecting this.
Yeah, that's.
I
weird.
suppose. But also I'm so unbelievably like surprised and obviously
Yeah.
thankful. But like
I feel like everything
Crazy.
happened really, really fast for us.
Yeah.
Especially like, I mean, obviously everyone had to take a couple years off from performing, or at least like a year off, and so we skipped. I feel like we skipped, for better or worse, like a long stage of playing shows, and then like, we're at a point where it's like have our first like headline tour scheduled. We've only played
Soon.
one show before. So like, I feel like everything's sort of moving
That's
really,
true.
really quickly, and it's way quicker than I had ever hoped for. So that's like a
Well,
huge
okay.
blessing.
Let me flip that question a little bit then, because obviously, like if you skip the last 3 years, it would have looked very different. Like obviously, you would have been hanging out, playing shows, cutting teeth, doing this thing, but because we all had to adapt and change and do things a little bit differently, I hope you still feel like you cut your teeth and you put the work in, and you just had to do it in a very different way than any of us had ever known before.
Yeah, and
Totally.
obviously when you're trying to make music and stuff, and first of all, it was a really weird era. Obviously, that what you're referencing for musicians,
Yes, it was.
like COVID and everything, but it gave a lot of people like, or at least people writing music, like it slammed on the brakes, and it's like you can't play shows, so you have to do other stuff, and
Yes.
yeah, and then it translated into social media and stuff. TikTok started blowing up and everything, like totally different marketing platforms that we had to adapt to.
Yeah.
Totally.
And personally, we hate TikTok. we don't like it.
I will not be doing any dance moves this evening. Like,
No, we fuck with the dancing.
The dancing
Yeah,
is
the dancing,
yeah.
the dancing's
Yeah,
fine.
dance,
It-
totally. But it's not about the people on TikTok either. Like they're really creative people on TikTok.
Right.
Of course.
It's just what we were talking about, the doom scrolling. It's
Yeah.
just so like overwhelming. I wish I could be on TikTok for like 10 minutes a day and then that would be it. But then like
self-regulate.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But then you spend 45 minutes on TikTok and then you're like, I need to take a break. And then you go to YouTube and then you get like into all the
YouTube
shorts.
shorts, and then
Yeah,
you
and then you
And
get
then
Instagram,
Instagram
Reels,
Reels,
and then it's like
yeah.
the Reels. It's like, bro, I feel like Facebook's doing it now too.
Probably.
Yeah, everywhere
Well, I
has
mean-
the infinite scroll.
Pardon me. For those in the industry, and I on the side, I do radio and I program and I work with record labels and stuff. And it's, yes, you talk about adapting and changing things. When you're not doing the record sales, when you're not doing the on tour merchandising, you have to find a different way to monetize. And everybody has adapted to using that social media platform. Pick a platform. It doesn't matter. At Pinterest, I've seen people doing stuff, but they're finding ways. Oh, I don't want this to sound bad. They're finding ways to manipulate the algorithm.
Right.
Yeah.
When ultimately at the end of the day, it's about making great music. It's about connecting with your fans. It's about, being able, like, we can hang out and connect. Like, so at its purest root, I think music is still as beautiful, not only as it ever was, but probably even more important than it ever was, because we're all losing our minds here recently.
Yeah.
But to your point with social media, it's like you have to take it with a grain of salt. Like, you can't just be like, oh, because this riff is blowing up on TikTok, that's the end all be all. Like, you guys are bigger than that.
Well, we hope to be, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, musically.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Like, for people who want to, like, cash out and go get the bag, like, good for them. Like, if that's your strategy, awesome.
Yeah.
And that is a strategy.
Yeah.
And
So how do you keep yourselves from getting, like, kind of frustrated with that, though? When you see, like, the thing, nobody knows what the thing is, but the thing takes off and off it goes, and all of a sudden you've got, again, keeping it PG, you've got some 18-year-old kid who all of a sudden is, like, signed a record deal, off and going. What you guys have managed to do in the last couple of years is do it in a much different way, and now here you are. You've got your own tour coming up in March. Like, you did it in a whole different way. I mean, I hope you take some pride away from that.
Definitely. I mean, a lot of it is like the longevity that we are
Yeah.
trying to form and establish and continue with, like, interacting with fans and, like,
Mhm.
friends.
You have
and
very
stuff.
active fans. They're, like, commenting and having a
Yeah,
blast
there's-
tonight, which is so
yeah,
nice.
no,
we
really
are amazing.
cool.
We have
It's-
the best fans in the
see
world.
are there?
comments? I think we have it on the other. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
what's up, guys? I was kind of sad. Nobody was commenting, and then we realized we're on Friday.
Yo,
Yeah.
COVID.
Yes,
COVID.
you're fine.
Yo, what's up, COVID? We met him in St. Louis. He's like 11.
Ah, the
Yeah.
loot, and I'm proud.
Yeah. But we have the best fans in the world, and we love them to
Yeah.
death. Absolutely.
Yeah, and I feel like we try to just, like, write music that we really like, more than, like, anything that we think is gonna blow up or anything. We're just trying to write music that we really like. So
Well,
We're glad
speaking
people
of
like-
music that we really like, I do want to dive into a few more topics, but again, it's all about the music. It's all about us getting to know you and we getting to know your fans. So what would you like to play for us next?
Runaway?
Yeah.
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 All right.
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
This song's called Runaway.
All right, Runaway here in the Jam Happy Hour. It's Phoneboy.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Ready?
1, 2, 3.
Stop in the hallway, have conversation, saying I'm out of touch. It felt out of place and got complicated. Maybe I don't need much to be in the backdrop, set up the movie, praying that someone famous will sue me. And I'm contemplating on whether I'm crazy. Maybe I just need to wake up. I've been thinking about my mindset. It's so divisive, pruning all my vices. So maybe I'll run, 'cause I've got nothing else to do. Maybe I'm done, 'cause I've got nothing left to do. Maybe I'll die, lose my hair, burn blind. Needed some space and evacuated. Wishing I wasn't tongue-tied up with my problems. Self-medicating, never could solve them. My body's racing with no competition. Can nobody listen? I'm so unforgiving to myself. I've been thinking about my mindset. It's so divisive, pruning all my vices. I've been thinking about my mindset. Cause it's so divisive, pruning all my vices. So maybe I'll run. Got nothing else to do. Maybe I'm done. I've got nothing left to prove. Maybe I'll die. Bleeds my hair, burn my eyes. So maybe I'm fine. Maybe I'm fine. Tell me it's alright. Show me it's okay. Tell me I'll be fine. So I don't run away. Tell me it's alright. Show me it's okay. Tell me I'll be fine. So I don't run away.
Sweet.
He's like, sweet. It was so good. It was so good. Runaway out of Phoneboy here in the Jam Happy Hour. 3 songs in this evening and half a glass in. You guys take a sip. Enjoy. I'm going to set everybody up because we do have this little thing called the Bottle Rock Festival coming up in May, where I'm super excited. If you haven't checked out the lineup just yet, it is Post Malone, it is Lizzo, it's Duran Duran, Lil Nas X, Tove Lo, Pumpkins. It just goes on and on and on. And it's 3 days of wine and music and coming together and just enjoying all the things. And we are doing a ticket giveaway while you guys just like set and reset. If you wanted to win a pair of 3-day general admission wristbands to Bottle Rock Napa Valley, Memorial Day weekend, what's not to love, you can go to jamsellers.com/enter to win while we are enjoying this evening here tonight. Now, former Bottle Rock performers, our friends, the Happy Fits, you guys are very familiar with because you just came off tour with them. What was that like?
It was our first full-length tour
It was
we've ever
sweet.
done.
This is a shirt from it. I'm also
Yeah.
gonna get the wine that they gave us while you.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah. Go.
yes.
Yeah.
Go get more butter.
We're
Enjoy
all
that.
we're all about the promotion, but
Actually, we're just all about the wine and
that
damn
yeah,
fine wine at that.
truthfully, yeah. It's great wine.
Best of both worlds. Yeah.
But it was our
Yeah.
first full-length tour, and it was, everything you expect in the sense that it was completely exhausting, but like totally like the craziest feeling. I loved it.
Can I expand on that for like a hot second?
Yeah.
Because I mean, like you said, like we've all been home for the last couple of years. This band really kind of came to fruition in this bubble that we were all in. Today I went to work for like the first time in years for a full 9-hour day. Like I'm exhausted. Like it's crazy.
Oh, cool. Welcome back.
But it's like this is the click we used to run at. Well, here all of a sudden you are on a tour, and not just a tour. Like it is a full tour. Daisy the Great, they're high energy. Obviously, Happy Fits are very high energy. How was that to suddenly be thrown back into this very energetic atmosphere? Like, was it fight or flight?
It was a lot of actually
I don't know.
a little bit of both,
It was-
honestly.
yeah.
It was probably the most fun.
Well,
like,
fun for
it
sure.
could have been. It was great.
Yeah, it was great. Daisy the Great and Happy Fits are the nicest people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
super lucky,
Yeah.
and all the crew on it was amazing.
And through our like very relatively short music career so far, the Happy Fits have been like big brothers to us.
Good.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's good to like have support from another band from New Jersey that's also doing really cool stuff. Like years
Very
ahead.
cool
of us,
stuff.
so.
And a great reputation just for being like really good musicians and really good people too. So
Oh yeah,
Yeah, they're really good.
sweethearts.
Yeah, super
Yeah.
good.
when you talk about like lucking and not even luck, because you earned it. It's not a luck into a great situation, but it's like you guys have really had this like very interesting trajectory in the last couple of years, and we've interviewed a lot of artists here in the Jam Happy Hour that have had very different experiences. Big question: But if you could go back and do it differently, would you? Would you go back to a regular time to kind of create Phoneboy, or is it this is the bubble that it started in and this is where it needs to be?
I think the timing was perfect.
Yeah.
I wouldn't change anything, but it'd be fun to do it again.
Yeah.
Knowing what you know now.
Yeah.
We'll
I just
change
remember,
your
like, there's a few basement shows and stuff that I really miss, and like that sort of, that sort of scene, and like playing to people that are really there to like enjoy and hear new music was really fun. So hopefully that's like something we can sort of try to keep going, even as we like grow.
And if we were going to go back in time, that's probably the one thing we'd change. Just play way more basement shows.
Yeah.
We play it now, but like, I would go further.
Yeah.
I would go to like,
Yeah.
Like it was sick when people like knew our songs, of course. But one of the coolest feelings was we went to Rowan. We only had like what 4 songs.
Rowan's a college in New Jersey.
Yeah, so a college, and there's this collective. They're doing so much right now. 4333. They book shows and they do some really cool shit.
Philadelphia's finest. They're great.
Yes,
Excellent.
They had this house and they had they would like host bands.
Coolest
and stuff.
basement
The coolest
show.
thing ever. Super pros.
So they were known for it. So like if
They
you
were
were
known
playing
for
there,
it.
like it was in.
So we played there and like people didn't know our music, but kids wanted to be there and listen to live music.
And it was the first mosh pit to our music.
Was
I've
the
ever
first
seen.
mosh pit?
Yeah.
And they didn't know the words, but they're like, yo, we wanna go hard. We wanna listen to this music. We're here because we want to be here.
I remember seeing this kid with long black hair in the middle of the crowd, just being like, we were about to start a song, and he's just like, and he started pushing people. Yes! Oh my God, that's happening right now. That's crazy. Yeah.
And the live music experience is back
Totally.
in all the ways. It's interesting because there was a lot of that like house party stuff going on. Like the people that just couldn't wait. They were just like, I got to get back out there. Like we need to do this. And then you go from like the house party basement, like we're not supposed to be getting together, to like the full tour that you guys did last year. And you hit a lot of iconic cities, a lot of iconic venues. Were there any favorites that really kind of stuck out to you? Like, this was a great show. I can't wait to come back here again as a headliner.
Webster Hall in New York City was probably the best show we ever played.
I mean, start big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
That one was huge.
Super
Nuts.
cool.
Salt Lake City, those kids go hard.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
LA was awesome because we were playing in LA.
It was our first time playing LA on tour, and they both had their first hometown show in San Francisco.
San Francisco, hometown show.
Yeah, that was incredible too.
Yes.
But,
That's really
Yeah,
cool.
Chicago, being able to play at Metro was super
Ridiculous.
cool.
yeah, Metro.
Venue.
It's funny because I was dying to play at Metro in Chicago
Yeah.
because one of my favorite bands is Smashing Pumpkins. I watched them play there sold out in '92, like all the time
On YouTube.
on YouTube, all the time. It's like one of my favorite live shows ever. And we got there, I'm so hyped. But like a couple days prior, like there was like some kind of cold that wasn't COVID going around.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely caught it. And I was like, I was at my worst in Chicago. I was dead. I was dead in the back
Oh,
like
no.
in the green room.
There are photos.
I was in like 5 jackets shivering and oh my God.
Have
it
you
was
ever
horrible.
shoved so many Q-tips up your nose in your life?
Yeah, no, absolutely never.
It is the new normal though. Like I was in LA last week for like meetings and like alter ego and stuff like that. And it's like everywhere you go, it's like take a test. It's just the new normal now. But jumping back into some of the venues, I'll throw some of my favorite venues out that you guys played. Obviously here in Orlando, you played Plaza Live, which has a very interesting old school story to it.
So unfortunately, that got canceled.
We didn't make it to like those shows in the South, unfortunately.
Yeah,
they all got wiped
we were
out.
planning on playing there, but it never happened.
Are
Someone
you going to come back through the Southeast on your headline tour?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're stopping in Orlando. Yeah.
Did
Orlando-
you make it to Chapel Hill?
Yes,
did.
I was very
So you
excited.
played
for
Cat's
that.
Cradle.
Yes.
That was cool.
Okay, that's where I went to school. I went to Chapel Hill. I went to UNC.
Oh, that's
for
sweet.
sure. Good.
That's-
Really
that's
great
fun.
venue.
When we were
Old
on-
school venue.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
we're playing there again.
Yeah, we're playing there again on our headliner.
Well, maybe I'll come up for that. I love coming up to Chapel
Oh,
Hill. I
please
will
do.
totally. I think the first show I ever saw there was Ben Folds.
Oh, that's cool. Ben Folds.
Well, I went to. Well, this may be a transition you don't want, but I'm gonna go with it anyways because I was at school in a year of 1992, And there was a very popular song back then. And don't judge. Don't do math. Stop that. In 1992, there was a very popular song by Weezer that I was listening to religiously in my car, zipping around in my Honda Accord in Chapel Hill, known as the Sweater Song. And for some reason, that song struck a chord with you guys too.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, look,
He's already explaining it.
I know. This is me doing Damage Control like 4 years later. Weezer was one of my first like favorite bands. You know, like you have that moment when you're, you know, like in middle school or high school, and you find this band, and it's like you remember the first time you listened to them because you're like, holy crap, this is awesome. Weezer was one of my first ones, along with like Blink-182, Sublime, Green Day, all the '90s bands, you know.
Sure.
And yeah, I feel like naming that song "Sweater Song" was a decision we did not think about a lot.
Like we knew,
at all.
we understood.
We understood that. Yeah, we were like, huh, it would be funny because like Weezer. But like it really like, and then everyone's like, yeah, it would, and then we clicked post,
And then
and we clicked upload.
Yeah.
I don't know.
like, shut it down. Well, here's an interesting way to look at it. Look at their longevity. I mean, my God, they're
Can't believe
still
that
going at it.
This year they dropped 4 albums.
They're doing like Broadway shows. now.
They're doing all the shows. It's all over my alternative playlist. It's on my pop playlist. It's on my 90s playlist. And like you said, like, yeah, they're doing like full musical scores and whatnot. So, I mean, let's aspire to that. Like, where do you guys see you in 20 years?
In 20 years,
I
so we'll be what 42.
Look at him. Look how hard he's laughing. He's like, I don't even know.
Fallout Boy. We were talking
They
about
just
this,
released new music yesterday.
and they've been out for around 20 years. So hopefully we're still putting out new music. That's all I really.
and hopefully it's
good.
Hopefully it's good. That's all we can really hope for, I guess.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Well, if I can give you any advice, I don't know Weezer that well, but as far as I can tell from the Fall Out Boys, the best thing they have not done is not take themselves too seriously.
Fall Out Boy.
The best thing.
Yeah.
We're definitely good at that.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like they just want to have fun and make great music, and you know, and I think the fans really kind of appreciate that at this point. And obviously, as you build your fan base, it's going to be hard not to think about what they want, but I think you have to consider what it is that you want, like moving forward. Do you want to do musical scores? Do you want to be on Broadway? Do you want to, you know, be this like epic band 20 years from now, like just like still killing it? Like,
I mean, definitely something that all of us connect on, besides music, is movies and film.
ooh, okay.
We watch films all the time, and you know, they could be like really stupid blockbusters. They could be like, you know,
Well,
weird
a lot of
avant-garde stuff.
a lot of
horror
horror,
movies.
yeah.
A lot of horror movies, and that's where a lot of our music video ideas come from. So,
Horror movies? No.
no,
I'm
no.
like chicken. I'm so chicken. I'm like the whole movie. I'm like this. Like I have no idea what's going on. I'm so scared.
You're missing out.
Well, no, I was like kind of the same way until we filmed our music video for Nevermind, which maybe we'll play next. I guess that'd be a good transition. And
Great
it's like it's all about like
for my job here, Win.
Jana, I'm sorry.
Hang
But
on.
when we were filming it, we did like spoofs on like a bunch of just like huge like horror movies, like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Scream, stuff like that. And at that point, I wasn't like watching a lot of horror movies, but these two had been. So every single night we would watch like 2.
All right, I do want to dive into that. I would love it if you could like change my mind on horror movies. But if you are y'all down for playing that song?
Yeah, we're gonna play
Yeah,
Nevermind.
let's
We're
do
gonna
it.
we're gonna text you some horror
I
movies to
desperately
watch.
need a pick.
Huh?
Try to use.
You don't
You
have
think
one?
Stuart
There's a
one?
pick right there. You want me to?
Yeah. Can you grab me a pick, please?
All right, while you guys are getting set up, I'm going to remind everybody here in the Gem Happy Hour, we are hanging out with Phoneboy tonight. And if you like it, make sure you're commenting and liking along. Go follow them on all their socials. Add them to your playlist. It's the best thing you can possibly do is just get the word out there and spread the music around. I'm thoroughly enjoying everything we've heard so far. I'm a little scared about the horror movie thing, but it's okay. I'm a strong girl. And we're going to hug each other afterwards, and everything's going to be fine while we
Really
enjoy our wine.
Really quick thing, the pick I'm using, it's a little washed up because I actually did play it, but someone gave this at a show, and it's lyrics to our song Roses like written on it.
Oh my
Sick.
God, that's
Just
so wonderful. A
awesome.
fan gave that to you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
at
it
a
was-
show.
Love our
Man, that's good stuff.
yeah.
All right, Phoneboy, take it away.
All right, the song's called Nevermind.
Oh, wait. Who's doing the bridge?
I'll do it.
Okay.
Do you want to do it?
No,
I'll do it.
no, we'll figure.
All right.
Sorry.
Did you want to do it?
No.
Okay.
I'll go for it.
All right. You got me shaking at my bedpost, West Coast, devil in a red dress, XO, and I know you'll never be mine. The psycho calling my line, slipping on your gray bands, old souls, tinted with a spray tan, oh no, and I know I'll have to decline. The psycho calling my line, she keeps me coming all the time. I pull the trigger, it's your life. She keeps me coming all the time. I wanted to partner, and never mind. Drunk text keep me sober. Hope it's not all over. It's looking like a dead night, let's go. Running through the red lights, hell no. And I know you're not worth my time. The cycle broke in my mind. She keeps me coming all the time. I pull the trigger, it's your life. She keeps me coming all the time. I wanted a partner, never mind. You say that you miss me, but I text and I call, but you won't pick up. It's sent and delivered, like what the fuck? Don't leave me on red like a solo cup. You say that you miss me, but I'm still gone. You text and you call, but my phone's not on. I need CPR, please call 911. Defibrillate all of my faded floors. Oh, drunk text keep me sober. Hope it's not all over. Ripping out the throttle, sipping empty bottles. Drunk text keep me sober. Hope it's not all over now. All the time, I pull the trigger. It's your life, so just speak up then. All the time, I wanted to partner, never mind. Drunk text keep me sober. Hope it's not all over now. Sweet.
Fire.
Okay, who keeps always saying sweet?
Me.
I think it's Ricky.
Me. I don't know. It's honestly habitual.
It is your go-to, and I love it, and it makes me smile each and every time. I'm like, yeah, it was sweet. That was pretty good. So thank you for never mind. Phoneboy here in the Jam Happy Hour. I didn't really so much get horror movie out of that song, more like Psycho Ex-Girlfriend. But that's the beauty of music. It's always open to interpretation.
Fair. I feel like well, we have a buddy that we write our music videos with. I've known him since I was probably like 13 or 14 years old, Mike DeVita. And he is a movie buff. He's seen like everything from like the 30s to the 2020s. You know, he loves movies.
Yeah.
And he read those lyrics and he was like, this reads horror movie. And we're like, okay. And then, you know, I feel like we like horror movies so much that we sort of just make the meaning.
You were like, okay.
Yeah. Okay, Mike.
It's just what
Okay,
they're
we'll do a horror movie. All right, so best horror movie of all time.
Oh, that's a good question. My favorite is
Okay.
John Carpenter's The Thing.
Oh,
Good
That
one.
one's so good.
It's fantastic.
I made a mistake of watching that when I was a kid.
Me
James?
too. I got into horror movies because of it.
Oh, well then, how'd that work out for you?
I
Look at his like, whatever.
mean, I love Scream. That's probably like up there. I'd say Scream.
Yeah.
Classic, campy.
Yeah.
Love it.
Really fun. I love
Yeah.
Matthew Lillard. That dude's great.
Facts.
He's a great
He's
actor.
so great. Yeah, I like him in non-horror things.
Yeah, right.
Well, so yeah, we're not only into horror movies, like we said.
No.
We also love Scooby Doo.
Right, Scooby Doo.
Huge
They do.
Star of the
I don't
live
hate it. I don't hate it.
action
You guys grew up with it. I didn't, but I enjoy it now. I like
Ruh-roh.
Cyberface a lot. Scooby Doo
Ruh-roh,
Cyberface.
Raggy.
And then for me, it was
Zoinks, man.
probably
Salties.
probably the first one like horror movie I saw basically was Get Out, and for some reason that's just like stuck with me. It's a great movie. A little cliche,
Oh,
like love
That's
it.
a great question, actually. We may be circling back around. First horror movie.
Oh,
Ooh, that's a good question.
The one that set the tone, which maybe is my problem.
The one that set the tone. The one that is engraved into my brain is
Mhm.
Yes.
what is
Is what?
Probably wasn't my first horror movie, but it's the first one that I really remembered.
Which one was that?
Insidious. It came out like 12, 13 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, just like a classic. Like, you ever heard like The Conjuring or anything like that?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. It's the same guy who did The Conjuring, did Insidious a few years prior, and that movie scared the absolute crap out of me.
Yeah.
Like, could not sleep for a while.
That's a good one. Yeah.
I remember. Sorry, go ahead.
I don't think I ever actually. I think I started to watch that movie and quickly turned it off.
Understandably, it's
you.
horrifying, honestly.
The first one, I don't remember like the first one I ever watched, but definitely the first one that I saw in theaters
Mhm.
was me and my friends like bought tickets, to like we were like 14 or whatever, 15. We bought
To go
tickets.
by yourselves?
Yeah, we bought tickets to some like Disney movie that was out at the time, and we snuck
Oh, I see where this is going.
free. And-
Sinister 3?
Yeah,
I didn't even know they had a third one.
yeah, and it wasn't like the scariest movie, the best movie, but it totally sold me on the idea of like watching a horror movie. I think it was opening night in a room that was packed with people. Like people are
Sick.
shouting at the screen.
Yeah.
Like don't go in there.
Yeah,
And,
like,
all that
Don't.
stuff. Oh man, I just immediately was like, yeah, this is the best thing to watch in theaters.
The classic horror movies, what not to do. Don't walk off alone. Don't make out with the boy. Don't like you're toast. Again, I'll date myself. My it's a horror movie. My very first horror movie was Carrie.
Oh, that's a great one.
Great movie.
Not in a theater, might I add. Way later.
Okay,
But oh my lord. Like I was like, what is happening here? And then I got into the screams and I got into and then Jason came along, and when they kept going down that line, it makes me so jumpy. But it's just the opposite of music, because music makes me so like happy and relaxed. And so I don't understand how you can tie that feeling into like your music, which is still so happy and like just, like
I feel like look, with a music video, it's like you have probably like 5 minutes or less to make a video like interesting all the way through, right?
I think at this point it's 3 minutes.
Yeah, at this point it's 2 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Right.
That's crazy. Okay, so you have 1 minute to make everything interesting, right?
Hook me.
So I think we can all agree universally that like horror movies are interesting in the sense that it's like you're always on edge, like you're always wondering what's happening next. You're always like you have
It's
your guard
fun.
up a little bit.
It's exciting.
Yeah, and
It's feeding that need for something.
yeah, it gives you some adrenaline,
Yeah.
And
that's it.
I guess we want to emulate that in our music videos because
Look at the
it's a way of
teamwork
keeping
here.
it
This is
interesting. And,
amazing.
it's right. And that was
This is great.
Yeah, well, it's like horror movies similar to our music. It's all about like the dynamic switches.
yeah.
It's like
Like-
super intense, maybe, and then it kind of goes down. Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's up and down, which is like
Yeah.
how a lot of music works. But that's definitely with our music.
Yeah.
And that's
You'd also made the connection between visual arts and musical arts too, though. So I think like in this day and age, I think, with what you guys, from what I can tell, just like from your socials and like what you're putting out there, you are very visual as well. So it's not just like a musical experience. You're going to get an entire like full 360.
I mean, we try to be. We definitely think that they're interconnected for sure. Like
They have to be now.
one ties in with the other. Like sometimes you hear a song and you hear a song and you see a movie, or you hear a movie.
In 2 minutes and 22 seconds.
Yeah.
I told you it's the fastest hour in music, and we literally have 10 minutes left. And I know we have more music to get to, so I'm gonna go hug myself and get this Carrie image out of my head. What song would you like to play next for us?
I think this would this be our last one, right?
Well, do you want to do lately and then do another one, like the close?
We're not gonna have time, right?
You will have time. I will make that time.
Okay.
It is about you.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, cool.
In fact, if you guys want to transition, practice your transitions into your headline tour, if you like to do them back to back,
yeah, we'll do that.
For it.
Yeah,
make sure we get out of here before 8.
Do you want to switch?
Yeah, I just spilled my wine.
Unfortunately,
You guys want to you want to leave?
Yeah,
You want to leave?
this is for.
There'll be no leaving.
Wow.
While the boys are repositioning, because I spilled wine at the Switchfoot show. It happens from time to time. If you guys do want to come and join us out in Napa for Bottle Rock, please do. Your chance to win some tickets are happening right now on our webpage at jamsellers.com/enter to win. It is 3 days of just music and wine and just loving being together. And the weather is always super perfect. And hopefully we'll have you guys there one day. That would be so amazing and full circle.
That'd be incredible.
It'll be soon. Maybe.
Yeah.
I like the confidence win.
Thanks, Janet.
All right, give me the scoop. What's going on here?
So this is Lately. It's the last track on our debut album, our self-titled, and it's mostly just me. Well, it is just me, right? Yeah. It is just me. That's why I'm
no
here.
pressure.
I feel it.
Well, they can refill your wine while you're playing. It's like a friend thing.
Of course.
I love y'all. Y'all's vibe is so good. This is the best night. Thank you so much for being here with us in the Jam Happy Hour.
We're having such a good time here, right, guys?
Janet, your vibe is the best.
Aw. All right, well, with that, I'm going to sip wine.
Yeah. Drink some wine. Sit back.
Sip back.
Lately, I've been overcompensating for two new identities just to fit the placement. What is it? What is it? Lately, I've been kinda superstitious. Knock on wood for luck of it. Knock again to make it fit. What is it? What is it? So far I've been feeling new, tantalized for speaking true. I think I've had it. Lately I've been on edge, forced to think without my hand. I think I've had it, but I'm right back at it. This time I'll run, I'll carry your gun tonight. You'll sing my sin goodbye. Next time I'll ride shotgun when you're drinking time, so I can catch a DUI. I've got stretch marks on my eyes. So far I've been feeling new, tantalize, speaking true. I think I've had it. Lately I've been on edge, forced to think without my hand. I think I've had it, but I'm right back at it. Sweet.
Let's do it.
Are we? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, are we going straight into Acid Girl? Was that the vibe?
Yeah.
Sure.
Cool.
Still in my body, sweat from my head as I shake. Lying in bed with the ceiling fan on, but my eyes so wide awake. I've seen too much, if I'm being honest. My friends, they've all seen you and they'll say you're flawless, but I find it hard to believe. I second guess, but I always say yes when you're out. And life is a beach, but the waves at my feet and I drown. How can I even expect to stay grounded when everything surrounding me is surrounded by meanings unjustified? Running in barefoot on broken glass, I think of unsolved issues just to pass you the last time. Just like the last time. Can this be the last time? Will this be the last time? You're my acid girl. You're my acid girl. You're my acid girl. You're my acid girl. Running in barefoot on broken glass, I think of a tongue just to pass you the last time. Just like the last time. Will this be the last time? Will this be the last time? You're my acid girl. You're my acid girl. You're my acid girl. You're my acid girl. You're my acid girl.
Sweet.
Sweet. It was so sweet. It was sweet. What a great transition. That was amazing. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Phoneboy. That was a solid end to the show. We're not done just yet, by the way. We got a couple minutes. We're good. Thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for jumping in. Thank you for being here with us. If you guys have enjoyed the music tonight, they are about to go on a really sizable tour. I'm glad you like being tired. That's so good. You're going to hit some pretty iconic places. You are going back to the Cat's Cradle in Carborough. I'm looking at it now, but you're coming here to Orlando, so I may stay home. Catch you over April Fool's
Catch
Day.
us at any show. We'd love to see you and say hi.
Yeah.
What is the best way to keep up with what you are doing?
We definitely keep updated on our Instagram for sure.
Is that y'all like? It's like y'all sitting around like
That's
making
great.
it happen.
Popped up immediately. Like
Oh,
you
wow.
said.
Good. I'm telling you, Emily.
Yeah,
So
Emily.
good.
Yeah.
Definitely. I don't know if Emily has this, but definitely text us. Our phone number is 321
Wow.
Phoneboy with an F.
Yeah.
Phoneboy.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can text us and then we text you back. It's cool. We send
That's
memes.
so perfect.
People send us photos of their dogs. We
Me
love
and
it.
James did somebody's math homework a couple weeks
Yes,
ago.
that's true. They
Yeah.
did.
No,
They did.
seriously.
Straight up.
I don't doubt you on that, actually. So if you did enjoy the music tonight, get out, and the best thing you can do is support them live and support the venues and support the staffs that create the venues. And it's so great to have live music back to just keep doing what we love, and then loving the music, loving the wine, loving to get to know you a lot better too. So hopefully we will see you in Napa soon. I know you've got some Berkeley shows coming up, and you've got some California shows, hometown stuff happening. But thank you for tonight, and thank you for your time and your talk, and we really appreciate it. So cheers to you.
Yeah, we did a great
Thank
time.
you for
Yeah.
having us, Shannon. We had a blast.
Yeah.
I'll see you April 1st.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Shannon.
Take
Good
care.
night.
Good night.